सोनामुखी, हरड़, मुलेठी जैसी अनेक जड़ी बूटियां और हजारों वर्षों का प्राचीन आयुर्वेदिक ज्ञान इस एक बोतल में समाया हुआ है। कायम टैबलेट, आपकी खुशियों का साथी।
In a stunning declaration on his social media platform, Truth Social, President Donald Trump announced that any and all documents, proclamations, executive orders, memorandums, or contracts signed by his predecessor, Joe Biden, using an Autopen device are now considered null, void, and of no further force or effect. This bold claim extends to all legal documents, including pardons and commutations, which Trump asserts are fully and completely terminated. Trump has repeatedly leveraged Biden's use of the Autopen, a robotic device patented in 1803 that replicates a signature with precision using real ink, as a primary attack, suggesting it proves Biden's inability to control the executive office due to his age and mental state. The underlying accusation is that Biden's aides were operating the presidency without his full awareness or approval. While Trump has claimed that approximately 92% of Biden's executive orders are invalid, concrete evidence supporting the extent of Biden's reliance on the device or that aides conspired to enact policies without his knowledge has not been presented. Despite Trump's condemnation, the Autopen is not a new or unauthorized tool in the White House. The practice has been in routine for decades, with a history dating back to an early version used by Thomas Jefferson. Numerous presidents, including Harry Truman, Gerald Ford, Lyndon Johnson, John F. Kennedy, and Barack Obama, have utilized the device. Obama notably used it to sign legislation, including the Patriot Act, while overseas. Even Trump himself admitted to using the Autopen for what he described as very unimportant papers during his own term. Furthermore, a 2005 Justice Department guidance clarifies the legal standing, stating that the president need not personally perform the physical act of affixing his signature to a bill for it to become a law. The president may sign a bill by directing a subordinate to affix the president's signature to such a bill, for example, by Autopen. Biden has defended his use, telling the New York Times he made every decision and directed his staff to use the Autopen on clemency warrants due to the volume of people involved, the preemptive pardons, and the legal battle ahead. Trump's declaration also targets the series of preemptive pardons Biden issued in the final hours of his presidency. These high-profile acts of clemency were granted to family members, including his brothers James and Frank and sister Valerie, and vocal political opponents of Trump such as General Mark Milley and Anthony Fauci, and members of the January 6th committee. These were widely seen as a defensive measure to shield his closest allies and family from potential persecution or retribution by the incoming administration. The critical question remains: can a new president legally overturn the pardons issued by a predecessor? While presidents are legally allowed to reverse executive orders signed by their predecessors, legal scholars and the Constitution are clear on the limits of this power. A president does not have the authority to overturn a predecessor's pardons. These pardons are considered final and irrevocable. Therefore, while Trump can challenge Biden's executive orders, his attempt to negate the pardons will almost certainly face significant legal and constitutional hurdles.